on today's interview, which is interview number 2, we'll be meeting Obuitumelo Shebe. She'll be taking us through grieving my mom in my 20s. She's originally from Free State in Butchabelo, and she'll be telling us how you go about it, how the healing happens, and everything that we just need to know about grieving your mom in your 20s. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Obuitumelo is the real Obuitumelo.
Obuitumelo is a reserved person when you meet her the first time, but she's also someone very passionate about arts, about music, about so many things. Stupid things make me laugh, but I'm a simple kind of person with a very deep voice.
Okay, and then please take us through your upbringing, how you were raised, where.
With my upbringing, I'm originally from the Free State. I was raised in a family of 4. My mother, my dad, and my brother. My father passed away when I was 16, 2007. And then throughout my life, it was me, my mother, and my brother. But mainly my world was my mother.
Okay. Can you please tell us more about your mother?
My mother was a lot like me. If you see my face, you see my mother and like, I don't know, a chubbier, younger form.
Yeah.
She was very funny. If there's anything I remember, like I literally can't count people that have made me laugh so hard. She's like at the top of my list. She was ridiculous. She wasn't like your conventional mom who was strict and everything. She took time to understand me and my world and everything around it.
Okay. So since today we're talking about grieving my mom in my 20s, can you just take us through like what happened, when it happened?
So throughout my life, it was just me and my mother after my dad passed and my brother. Because, yeah, she's all I had. And, you know, when you have something so good in your life, you build your world around it. It's the only thing that makes you happy. It's the only thing that literally counts. So my mother was strong. She made me laugh, she made me happy, she made me passionate, she annoyed me. And because I loved what she was so much, I built a whole world around it. But the one thing is, in your life, when you meet someone who just excites you, you know? Not that I met my mother when I was older, but
Yeah, I get it.
when you get someone who just makes the passion and the love and the laughter come out and just dance inside of you, you never think, okay, one day I'm gonna wake up and she's not gonna be there. You don't want to think about that at all. So me being me, having this awesome person in my life, I had so many plans, too many plans. I never foresaw him being sick and never being there. Literally, every day he'd speak on the phone 2 hours, 4 hours. My phone would die. I'm like, okay, wait, let me just charge it and I'll call you back. It's like, okay. And if I'm doing night shift, are you still awake? Let's use Vodacom night shift. She'd call me for her hour, I'd call her for my hour. Everything, like from the minute I wake up, she's the first thing I thought of. The first person I spoke with, the one person whom I went for advice, for things that make me happy, things that make me sad. Like she unraveled my life for me. I never had to feel like I'm working too hard to have things come together because I have her. So okay, life went on. She was a strong person. There was never a time when she just limping or sick or whatever. But little did we know that she was sick all this while. One day, I came from work and then she's like, let's go to the doctor. I'm like, wait. And we even joke like around that age. Like, what are you going to do with the doctor? You are never sick. And then, okay, fine. She went to the doctor. From the doctor, she sent me a picture where she had oxygen in, like, literally like a few minutes later. Not even an hour. She got to the doctor and they were like, are you fine? Do you feel fine? And she's like, yeah, I had a beer not so long ago, a few days ago, I'm fine. And they were like, you're not fine. And then from there, she had oxygen in her nose. And she's like, they're taking me to the hospital. I don't know what they want. Literally. I'm busy, come look at the oxygen. I feel fine. And then they were even asking her if she's probably not HIV positive because of how her illness had escalated and she wasn't aware. And she's like, no, I don't. And then from there it was in and out of hospital. In and out. Well, we found out that one of the arteries for her heart had been and wasn't pumping blood. And because of that, that caused lung high blood pressure. So she had her heart and her lungs. The first time she went to the hospital, went in, after some time, she was out. And she was still walking, she was still fine. And then one day, she fell while she was alone. Like, the impact was so bad, her hair had actually stuck to the mat. Because she's like, no, but now I'm actually having dizzy spells. I'm like, okay, rather you go back to the doctor. And I came back this side, and she went again in hospital. And it was the in and the out. And she then had to have an oxygen mask to help her breathe. With her illness, half of the time I was this side, not in the Free State. And she wouldn't say that she's really sick. Because if there's anything I remember her saying, is I rather I go through this alone. And you don't incur any pity. I would take pain for you, is what she told me. Because I'm like, okay, if so many things had been happening, you were in and out of hospital and this and that, and now I'm coming and you're breathing through a tank. How is it that no one said anything? We spoke every day and you didn't say anything. And I'm married. I live for you, to make you happy. So if there's anything that I feel is gonna hurt you, you will never know it. if I can stop it, you will not know it. If it's something that maybe someone is trying to do to me, you will not know it. I will take the blow for you. They can try, if they're trying to practice witchcraft, they can try it on me and I will take it for you. And you will never know or experience what I'm going through.
So, the men. I just want. I'm sorry, but can you please tell us, like, how were the news delivered to you, and what happened? Like, what did you recognize around you when that was said? How did it make you feel at that moment? Do you still remember how you felt?
The last time when she went back to hospital, because the last time we spoke, it was not actually the last time we spoke, but the most memorable conversation I remember having with her was on the 1st of Jan, on New Year's. After midnight, she's the first person I called, and I was like, do you see how you made it? So clearly this year is gonna come with like something new. You're gonna become better. Like all the things we've planned together, everything is now gonna come true because God is giving you another chance. He's giving you another year, even though you were so sick and ill and everything else. And she also believed that she's gonna become better. She also told me, she's like, I feel like I'm about to be in a better place. She's like, I have faith. I'm gonna live for you and your brother. I'm gonna live and everything is gonna become fine. And then a few days later, she went back in hospital. And I'm like, okay, God, you know that this is the most important thing in my life. So please help. I'm not the religious type, I guess, the speaking in tongues type, but I was like, if there's anything I want to need, it's my mother and her well-being. Okay, on the 7th, I remember feeling very uneasy, as though something was gonna get me into a vulnerable state, and then I tried to ignore it. And then I kept on trying to call her, but for the first time ever, my mother didn't answer my call. Like, okay, this is weird, because even when she was in hospital, if she misses my call, she'll say, no, they were just busy with medications and checkups or whatever, and she'll call me back. And then she didn't. I remember praying for the first time, I guess, religiously. I remember begging God to please help me keep what's important to me. Begging. You know when you beg to a point of, I don't care. I could be a millionaire, I could be whatever, but I'm begging. I am begging. I will give an arm, I will give a leg, but I'm begging. So I prayed. I couldn't sleep at all that night. And I remember having a very peculiar dream about home and about everything else. And then the next day, everything was just weird. Maybe it was in my head, but the weather was off. Everything was just off. And then on the 8th, around 6, I still kept on trying to call. I kept on trying to call. But again, my mother was not responding. She was not responding when she normally would. Normally it would take her a few minutes and she wasn't responding. And my aunt called me and she's like, your mother is asking for you. Can you please come home? I knew my mother. I knew that was a lie. I knew that was a lie. If she wanted to see me, she would have told me herself. So that's how I knew she's not there, but I didn't want to think of it. It's like planning your life, your whole life, and you are set on a specific plan, and then one thing comes and crashes everything, and then you need to start from scratch, but you can't even imagine where to start at all. So okay, they had my sister come tell me. I called her and she's like, I'm on my way. They said your mother wants to see you. I knew there was no way. I kept on trying to speak to her on the phone and she kept on saying, hello, my network. I'm like, that's another lie. If there's someone who always makes sure has contact with me, it's my sister. And then she came with my boyfriend at the time. She came in. She told me that my mother had passed away. I remember feeling very angry. I remember rage flushing over me. Because in my head, I asked God to keep her. But he let her slip through and he took her away from me. He knew I needed her to live. He knew that my life was around her. But he still took her. I had so many plans. Too many to look out. Some that needed years for me to execute. And now all of a sudden, no, you can't do that. Because this person is no longer there. Okay, so explain to me, how do you expect me to cut 4 hours of phone calls to nothing? That's what I was thinking the whole time. Who am I gonna cry to now? Who's gonna be there? Who's gonna allow room for me to be vulnerable and dependent? It just didn't seem fair. I remember rage more than anything. I begged God, but still. I felt very alone very alone because she was everything. Now everything is gone. So if everything is gone, what is there?
Okay. So if there's one thing that you would have given a chance right now, something, just one, that you would have liked to say to her before she passed away, what is it?
I love you. And as much as you're ridiculous, makes me laugh. I'm gonna make you proud. It's gonna take some time, but I'm gonna make you proud. All your hard work that you put into raising me.
So this all happened in 2017, right? I just wanna, because I would believe that now that you are able to talk about it, you are not okay, but it's better. So I just want to know how has life since changed from back then till now?
I depend on myself more now than I did at first. Because at first, if anything was just not adding up in my life, I'd rather cry to my mother and she'd have answers. Now I can't. Now I need to sit down with self and say, hey self, what's gonna happen? Shit is entering my veins. So that's the main difference. I don't have that person to be vulnerable around. I don't let myself be vulnerable around people because people leave. People pass away when you least expect it. So I am forced to be with self and do things with myself as much as I have people around me, but I don't depend much on